Right, so Jon Jones has been on a manic episode. It all started off as him just trying to get people to stop talking about the fact that he's taken more pokes than he's handed out. But it's ended in him revealing that he is in fact terrified of Tom Aspinall. So even though the belt that Jones is holding hostage is technically the real belt, let's look at who's the real champion. Right, who won the belt from a contender that everyone was scared of and was also coming off a 6-fight win streak? And who won their belt from a contender that only had 1-fight win streak and had already had a chance and failed to win the belt? Who would you consider the real champion? Who wants to fight the other champion even though they're considered the greatest of all time? And who doesn't want to fight the other champ even though there's zero reason not to? Because he's a bit tricky and you can't see an obvious advantage against him. So he's trying to sell the fans that the right move would be to fight a senior citizen who hasn't won a fight since the invention of the fucking light bulb. Of those two, who do you think is the real champion? Forget the fact that Jon Jones is a drug cheat, and forget the fact that Jon clearly ducked Francis, and forget the fact that it's obvious that Jones is just going to retire the minute the Stipe fight is over. And forget that Jon dates men. Forget all that. Don't even factor into it that Tom is young, fresh, and chasing the toughest challenges. Don't consider that Tom, unlike Jones, will potentially have a long run as champion, taking on all worthy contenders. Just based purely on what they've done to get the belt and then what they've done since having the belt. Even though Tom wants the Jones fight, he's already signed up to defend his interim belt against someone that actually poses a threat. Meanwhile, Jones continues to push back on the Stipe circus, just to ensure that Stipe is as old as possible, just to make sure a win is as safe as possible before he runs away. In other circumstances, Dana would say, if you're the champ and you don't want to fight the interim champ, I'll strip you. It should be standard procedure that if the champ gets injured, causing him to be off for more than 6 months, he should release the title and get an immediate title shot on his return. Why don't they do that? Look at what happened at light heavyweight. People got injured, people left the belt. Yes, it was a bit of a hot potato, and yes, it got a little bit confusing to keep up with what was going on. But the division kept moving, it stayed interesting, and it built hype. This bullshit with Jones, combined with Dana having a personal vendetta against Francis, has made an absolute mess of what could be one of the most exciting divisions. It's so funny that they keep throwing around the word legacy to try and justify this Tom versus Stipe shit, when in reality, if Jones does fight Stipe and then retires, all his legacy will end up being is that he ducked Tom. To be honest, if Tom really wants to fight Jon, he should just cut the shit and dress up like a woman. Jones will be in that cage quicker than you can say marital abuse. Look, I think it's clear that Tom is the real champion. Anyone that's really following the sport is watching Aspinall's belt lineage as the actual future of the division. Having said all this, wouldn't it be hilarious if Stipe beat Jones? I mean, it's possible. Jon did look a bit funky on the feet at heavyweight against Garn before taking him down. It would be so enjoyable to watch after all he's put us through. And what a lovely send-off for him. Anyway, if you like this video, give us a sub, check out this playlist of recent bangers. I'll see you next time.